Jeez, that guy at the grocery store sure was coughing a lot. I wonder if he had COVID. Do I have COVID? I feel fine right now, but still. Oh well, I guess we'll never know. Hey y'all, Jacob here. Today, I want to talk to you about COVID-19, the pandemic that has caused so much change throughout this year. I'm sure that many of you already know that coronavirus is an illness commonly transmitted through respiratory droplets that enter the mouths and noses of people, eventually making its way through the lungs, causing severe acute respiratory syndrome. In other words, you have a hard time breathing. I shouldn't be laughing. Coronavirus can affect people of all ages, with elderly people and people with underlying diseases such as congestive heart failure, diabetes, chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases having a higher risk of developing complications. If you have COVID-19 and you experience symptoms, you probably have experienced things like a sore throat, a fever, cough, stuffy nose, and body aches. You can significantly decrease the chances of spreading the disease to others by wearing a mask. I highly recommend the blue surgical mask that you see a lot of people at the hospitals be wearing. You should also wash your hands frequently. I suggest, actually not just suggest, highly recommend 20 seconds, and you could even go as far as wiping down the surfaces in your house with bleach wipes. That's a little overkill, but whatever. As I speak, there are about 27 million cases of COVID people worldwide. With that being said, there have been 881,000 deaths worldwide. Sadly, the United States has about 6.38 million confirmed COVID positive cases and about 192,000 deaths. That's a big deal. Anyway, knowing that anyone we cross paths with throughout the streets, grocery shopping like you saw me do earlier, it can be pretty concerning because you can't really tell if anyone has it. Up to 40% of the people that actually have COVID-19 are asymptomatic, which makes you ask, whenever you're in a room with people, do you have it, Like I said, it can be pretty concerning. So knowing that a good amount of people who appear to be fine and healthy, the only way to see if someone actually has COVID is to go to a testing site. And right now, I'll direct you to our classmate Christina, who will continue to talk about COVID testing.
Hello everyone, my name is Christina. I go by she, hers, and hers. Thank you, Jacob, for the introduction. And I'm here to talk about COVID testing and my experience with the specific site at Embarcadero and how it was like to get tested. Okay, so what you want to do is type into Google SF.gov COVID testing, and make sure you click on the first website that pops up that says sf.gov. It's a sponsored website so that you can get your test for free. You're going to scroll down and you're going to click on map of free and paid sites. So here, for those who don't have insurance, it's really important to click this button right here, no insurance required, to get it for free. I selected this one at Embarcadero, Pier 30, and click schedule a test. Here's just like a welcome, a little bit more information about the company. You're just gonna click get started. This page is really important because it shows a little bit more about the signs and symptoms that you might be experiencing, such as sore throat, shortness of breath, loss of smell, congestion. If you feel like you're not experiencing any of these, click on that and just hit next question. And then this page, if you feel like you've been in contact with someone in the last 14 days or you have not, just answer honestly. You can ignore that if you're a UCSF student. Here you can answer whether you're employed or not. You can deny to answer that. Make sure you click on you live in San Francisco to get it free, and you're going to schedule a test. Here is just a little bit more information, and you're going to click that you acknowledge and read the terms, and that if you work in the city, you have to get reported to your employer. Here you're just going to enter your private information, your name, your contact information, how you identify, and I'm going to skip that way that I don't share all of my private information with you guys. So the next page, it's going to be how about health insurance. If you do or do not, just answer it. You can share with your healthcare provider if your test results, and you're just going to select the location in Embarcadero. I was in my car for this appointment, so I clicked yes. And here's a calendar of all the dates that are available currently. In the next couple of weeks, I selected Wednesday the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and you just click schedule. And there should be a pop-up and it will say that your appointment has been confirmed. So my partner and I recently got tested because we both work in healthcare and we were both exposed to a COVID positive patient. And to ensure that our friends and family that we weren't sick and that we were not going to be spreading the virus around, we did this simple test at the Embarcadero. We got our results in 48 hours via text, and it was super simple. When you arrive to the site, you can either go by car or by walking or through bicycle, whatever your mode of transportation is, and you just follow the directions of the employees and volunteers there. They do a quick nasal swab and it's just in your nasal cavity, and they confirm your contact information and they're able to text you your result within a couple of days. Also, I'm not the only one that got tested. Our groupmate Liz is going to talk about her experience. Take it away, Liz.
Hey, so I'm here to talk to you about my experience. I have been here twice now. The first time I went was right when San Francisco went into lockdown, so it was super high volume of people stressing out and wanting to get tested, so the line was pretty long, but I mean, I'm fine with it because I just blast my music or file my nails or something. So, sorry the windshield is dirty. I rented a gig. I believe there's an option to walk in, but I've only seen people drive through. The staff are all super nice and the layout was simple. So the first part, you show the employees your ID with the car window up. Then you drive up to the last part, which is the testing area, which is this tent. The employees ask you to verify your birthday and phone number and ask, basically, do they have your consent to do the test? And then they stick the swab in both nostrils, and they don't go that far up, but I did get kind of grossed out when they use the same swab for both nostrils. Is that weird? I don't know. And then you're all set. It's super quick, super easy. And they also give you important, if you have any questions about it, and then they give you a barcode so that you can get your test results.
Hi, I'm Molly, and I go by she, her, and hers. Thank you, Christina and Liz, for sharing your experiences with the Embarcadero testing site. Now, with everything going on with coronavirus, I'm sure many of us feel helpless and that we can't do much to make a difference. Well, there are volunteer opportunities that allow you to work at COVID testing sites like the one in the Embarcadero. There are a few places searching for volunteers to help underserved communities like United in Health and UCSF. UnitedInHealth.org has their past testing sites, and they will be looking for more volunteers when they organize new testing sites. These will be open for unhoused people in the D10 area, so people who are experiencing homelessness in Bayview, Sunnyvale, Hunters Point, Potrero Hill, Visitation Valley, and Dogpatch. When you volunteer at these test sites, you will be provided with basic personal protective equipment, or PPE, to keep you safe. If you cannot volunteer at a testing center, there's also the opportunity to join the COVID Emergency Response Volunteer Program, or CERV. This is run by the Shanty Project and the San Francisco Department of Disabilities and Aging Services. In this outreach, you can help people who need to stay home and can either offer one-time or occasional support for older and vulnerable populations. Volunteers for this program can deliver groceries, deliver medications and other essentials, and do mail pickup, to name a few things. To sign up, you can email helpnow@shanty, SHANTI.org, or call 415-674-4701. AJ is going to wrap us up now, so take it away.
So, in conclusion, our group is telling this mainly because it's very important to be tested for COVID. So you, your family, your friends, and loved ones, and the people around you won't be in danger of obtaining COVID. Everyone's number one priority in this period of time should be staying safe and free of COVID. If everyone is cautious and wears a mask and social distances, then we should be able to slow the spread of COVID. It's very important to be tested because you don't want your family to obtain it. And do you want to have COVID? Because I don't.